G'day folks, Rod from My Water Filter here today. And what we're going to do is the installation of a water filter, okay, under sink installation. And you'll see we've taken the cupboard doors off today. That's basically so you can get a good view of what's going on in here. And it just makes it a lot easier for me to get in and do the installation. So pretty simple process. Obviously there's 3 stages to installing the water filter. We're going to install the under sink kit. We'll install the faucet. We'll install the water filter itself, okay? So what we're going to do here, and what you want to do is get everything out of your cupboard, make sure that it's safe and there's no electrical components and you're not going to get hurt or injured in any way. Then you're going to get in here and have a look and make sure you've got plenty of room to install the water filter, something to screw onto, because you'll have a couple of screws that will go through the top of the housing to hold the filter in place, okay? So what we'll do here first, the first thing that you want to do is cut the water, turn the water off, okay? So pretty easy in this situation here. We've actually got a tap under the sink, so we're going to turn the water off here. If you can't turn the water off here, you've got to go out the front of the home to the water meter and turn it off at the main water supply. Then you'll have no pressure pushing on the house. Then you come back inside, turn on the tap. I would expect a little bit of water to come out, there'll be a bit of pressure, releasing the pressure, and we're all good to go now, all right? So what we would do now is sometimes you can lay a towel under the sink here if you think you're going to have a bit of spillage of water, but apart from that, we're going to undo the chrome flexible hose, and this is the part we're going to install, which is the T-piece, and that will send the water filter to your filter, okay? So simple, normal, 1/2-inch BSP connections. The T-pieces can come in different shapes and sizes, but they're all the T-piece. So we'll just nip in here and undo this chrome flexible hose first. Okay. All right. As you can see, there is going to be some water, so we've left it here for you to see this here today. So I'll definitely put a towel down when you are going to install your T-piece. There's a rubber in the end. The rubber must be inside to have a good seal, okay? The T-piece, the chrome flexible pipe has also got a rubber inside there as well, and it'll nail up on the male end, all right? So we'll put the female on first. And what we want to do, we're going to mount the water filter over here in this nice clear spot. So we'll just simply screw this one on here now. Okay. Like so. Good Australian crescent. Not too tight, you've got rubbers in there, they will seal. Beautiful, okay. Then we'll get our original chrome flexible pipe and we're going to screw him back onto the top of the T-piece. Once again, we'll just tighten him up, nip him up tight. Okay, that'll do us. Okay, and there we are. The T-piece is now installed. I'll turn the tap off for the T-piece so it's off. And at this point of time, I can actually turn the water back on. So the water's coming back on the sink. And this line is now completely live, full of pressure, full of water, ready to go. And not that I will, but if I lifted up that little black lever on the T-piece, water will start coming out the end here, okay? That's basically where we're at from there. Then we'll get some hose that we're going to use, cut it to the required length. Just give ourselves plenty of spare there today. We like to use the nice cutter or a very sharp Stanley knife. You want to have a nice square cut on the pipe so you get the best seal inside the T-piece. And then this hose is just going to push in about 1.5 centimetres straight into the T-piece. There we go. Making sure he's in there nice and tight. And then we've got a red locking clip. Now these clips, we do use them. You don't have to have one on there. It will work without it, but the clip does hold the pipe nice and square, and it holds it in place much more easier. So you just put that red locking clip inside the collar, and that will not come out. That's locked in there, locked, tight, ready to go. If you ever want to take it out, off with the red clip, you have to push this collar in. So the collar's got to be pushed in on the T-piece, and that hose will come out. All right, we'll push him back in. If you don't push the collar in, you can pull on that and you just won't get it out. It will not come out unless you break it. So we push on the collar, hold the collar in, hose comes out, or push the hose in and he's in. Okay, on with the red clip, lock him on. Happy days. Okay, that's on there. This will be hose there ready to go. We'll spin that up there when we position the water filter. Okay, and that's how to install the under sink kit. And what we're going to do is a faucet installation into the kitchen sink for an under sink water filter. Okay, here's the faucet that we're going to install today. This is sort of our default faucet for most of our products. We use this faucet because we've had such good success with them, and they work an absolute treat. They're easy to install, and they've got a good connection on the bottom that makes it very easy to connect straight onto the hose from the water filter. Okay, so we'll just grab it out. As you can see, it's straight out of the box, the same as it's going to arrive at your home. There are some instructions in the box, so you can take a look at those as required. And then here's our parts for our filter here. Okay, now we'll just go slowly so you can see exactly what we do, and you can show it to your plumber if you need him to help install, or do it yourself if you think you can handle it. So the situation is, you can't just get the faucet and just drill a hole and install it anywhere. Wherever you decide that you'd like to install your faucet, you have got to have a look underneath the sink to make sure that you can get to it. Because once you install the faucet, you're going to put a locker nut on the bottom, and you've got to be able to tighten it up. So you're going to be holding the faucet, you're going to be able to get your arm in there, get someone to help you, that's not a problem. But just make sure that wherever you drill the hole through the top of the sink, you do have access from underneath to connect it up with the locking nut. And also, because then you're going to put on the joiner connection, and then you're going to connect the hose to it as well. So you do have to be able to access this, and some sinks, especially high quality sinks, can have enclosed cavities in them where you can drill a hole through it and then you just can't get your hand in there. Okay, so make sure you can get to it, and you'll be good to go. This one here is a pretty simple one to get to, and we're just going to sit him right here on the outside. I can get underneath, I can feel that, I've got plenty of room there, and I know I can get at it, no worries at all. So this is where our system's going to sit today, right here like so. Once again, you've got to make sure it's going to work and operate. So when we turn this water on, is it going to fall into the sink? If it does a couple of drips after you turn the tap off, is the drips going to land into the sink, that sort of thing. So you might want to position it depending on what you've got there, okay? So for us today, that's where we're going to put him here. Just perfectly sit him straight in there like that, and that'll be a good spot for us. All right. So we'll get there, find out where we want it to go, and then just get a pencil and put a little mark there. And then once we've got a mark where we're going to install it, what I like to do is just get a bit of electrical tape. Okay. This is just plain normal electrical tape. Just break a bit off, and what we do is we're going to stick that onto the surface of the sink here. And what that will do is when we use the drill, it'll stop the drill moving around. So I'll stick that on there. I'll also get hold of something sharp, okay, nice little point, and we're just going to put that on there, and I'm just going to put a little mark where I'm going to drill, and that'll stop the drill from spinning around as well, okay. Now I'm going to use 2 drill bits today. We're going to put a pilot hole through first, and then we'll put the larger bit through, and then the faucet will go straight through that hole. All right, so safety is the key at any time. Make sure you've got good posture. If it's a big deep sink and you've got to reach out, you might want to put a block on to stand on or whatever it might be. But make sure that you're safe and you're not drilling into anything electrical, okay? Have a look underneath, make sure you know where you're drilling, and then you should be good to go, okay? So we'll just drill this one through here now. Okay, so there's our pilot hole. That goes through pretty easily. And we'll take out this small pilot drill bit, open him up, stick in the larger one. Okay, and in we go. Now what you'll find, different quality sinks, different thicknesses, etc. So whatever you've got there, just take your time and take it easy, and you should be good to go, okay? So there's our hole through the sink. As you can see, pretty easy. You can just clean him up a little bit, get a file if there's any rough edges and just tidy it up. But basically, job's done. Hole is now in the sink, all right? And we're going to install our faucet straight through the hole. So there's the shaft. Now the first bit that goes on is the nice clean shiny plate, and that's obviously goes on because that's what's going to be on top, and that sits on a nice flat rubber washer. Give it a bit of a cushion and give it something to fit and push into on the sink, and then that'll go through. We'll come along underneath and we've got a hard black washer that's going to go on first. Then we've got our Star washer, and then we're going to screw the locker nut on, okay? Once the locking nut is screwed on, then we'll push our hose connector on, okay? We'll do that from underneath, all right? Here we go. The chrome plate and the black washer, straight through the hole. Simple as that, okay? Up from underneath, black flat washer and our locking nut, and we're away. It's got quite a length of thread on it, so ensure that you do get it all the way up. Okay, good to go. Off. Okay, and there you go. Faucet's in. Simple as that. We've got our connector here in my hand. I'm just going to pull off one of the red clips. Okay, I'm going to push that straight onto the bottom of this shaft, like so. Right up. Then it'll pull down a little bit. When you pull it down a little bit, it'll open up the collar, and then we can push our red clip straight back into that collar. That's locked on there, and it will not come off unless you force it and break it, okay? I'll just take off the second red clip, and over here I've got some water pipe, water hose. And we're basically going to get this water hose, cut it to the desired length, run it over to where our water filter is going to go, and then the faucet will be nice and installed, okay? Now this hose is going to push straight into the collar here at about 1.5 centimetres. Is in. Once you push it in like that, pull it down a bit, red clip pushes on, red clip locks it in place. We're good to go. Beautiful. And there's our hose running over to our filter. We won't cut it now, we'll just leave it there how it is. But basically, faucet's in, ready to go. Happy days. And what we're going to do is have a quick look at the installation, finish the installation for the triple under sink water filter, okay? Now, we're going to install it, but just quickly, this is no different regardless of what cartridges are inside. All the installs are the same. Flushing, once it's installed, will vary if you have a fluoride removal cartridge, okay? If there's no fluoride removal in this system, install the triple, turn it on and flush it. But if it's fluoride, please watch the fluoride flushing instructions because they are different. Okay, so what we've done here already is we've started the install, and you can see inside we've got the T-piece installed into position here, and this is the incoming water pipe, and that's going to connect into our pressure limiting valve here, and then it'll flow into the filter. On the outflowing side, on the other side, there's our hose here, and that's flowing up to our faucet, okay? So first thing we do is we're just going to get a texter, a bit of a pen, and we're just going to mark where we're going to put our holes in up underneath the sink. When we install it, we must make sure we've got 30 millimeters or 3 centimeter gap on the bottom, and that's to enable the housing to be unscrewed from the top thread, and we can lower it down, take it out to change the cartridges later on when required. Okay, so we'll sit this one up in here. Okay, we've got a bit of a mark up there. Next thing we like to do, because we've got 2 screws that we're going to install, and it's good that there's a little cut out keyhole in these, because we'll put the screws in first, then we just hang the water filter on there, all right? So we get the little pilot hole and we'll put a drill in. Okay. Once that's done, Phillips screwdriver, and we'll screw him in. Not screwing it all the way in, 3 or 4 turns, make it secure. So it's still sticking out enough that we're able to sit the housing on, okay? So we've got the screws up there in place now. Slide the system into place, lift him up, lower him down on the screws. Once we've done that, we can finish screwing it up by hand or get a tech gun and screw him into place. Beautiful. System's locked into place, ready to go. As we can see, we've got plenty of height to undo the cartridges later and the housings and take the cartridges out. And here we have our incoming water line, okay? We can cut that a little bit shorter to size to suit. Got a little red cutter here, or you can use a Stanley knife, whatever's easiest. We'll just take off our little red clips. Tricky one. There we go. And then once that's done, we're going to push the hose up inside 1.5 centimeters, okay? So you feel it goes there, then continue to push it, and then she goes, pushes up. Once she's up, we can pull the hose back a little bit, open up the collar here. Once that collar's opened up, we can slide our red clip back in. Spin the red clip around, make sure she's happy. Beautiful, looking good, okay? Water's going to come in through the incoming side, fill the housing, penetrate the cartridge over the series of cartridges, and it'll flow out of the top. Out of the top, that's where we're going to connect our faucet hose onto, and the water will flow out Once again, pushed him down and in there, 1.5 centimetres. Open up that collar a touch. Just take your time with those, make sure you do get them in there. Once they're in, spin them around, spin the black collar around, sorry, the red collar around. Make sure it is locked in underneath, give it a wiggle, make sure it's good and tight and happy, okay? It's good. We don't want any leaks, make sure that it is correct, so we've nailed it. Okay, so there he is now, it's all nicely installed. And what we can do from this point of time now is check all of our fittings are good and tight and connected up well. All right, got a red clip on each one. Don't have to use the red clips. You can use the system without them, but they do tend to hold the hoses nice and square in the joint, and they will stop the hose ever coming out. So once it's in like that, what we're going to do now is turn the water on and make sure that we've got no leaks. I'm just going to put the housing tool on first before I turn the water on. Just make sure that they're all tight. Okay, now you don't want to get on there and just really reef into them, folks. Just screw all the housings up by hand and then put the tool on and just nip them up just a little bit. Make sure they're tight and we're good to go. Then we'll slowly turn the water on. Turn the T-piece on here, just slowly turn it on. As you can hear it, the water's coming through, slowly filling up the housings. We'll just take a minute to fill them up. 3 good sized housings here on this triple. But I can hear that it's starting to fill now. Once it's all nice and full, it's under pressure, it's full of water. I'm just checking all of our fittings, making sure we've got no leaks. Beautiful, okay. Pretty simple systems, good quality housings, don't normally have any problems. Once we're happy that there's no leaks, we're up to pressure, all of the water is full of housings, we'll turn on the faucet, bit of air comes through, you can hear the water pushing and the water will start to flow through. Might bubble and spurt a little bit for a minute or so, all the air will come out and then you're good to go, okay? Once again, what you need to do now, if there is any fluoride removal cartridges in this system, please watch the fluoride removal cartridge flushing for these systems. If there's no fluoride cartridges in your system, you're pretty good to just turn the water on and flush the whole lot in one go and you're good to go. Flush it for at least 5 minutes. I'd prefer you to, a big triple like this, to flush it for 10. You can get a bucket up under the tap and collect that water, put it on the pot plants in the garden, etc. So it's not really going to waste, even the washing machine if you want. But do give it a good flush. Every single brand new cartridge needs a good flush when it's new, and being a big triple, 10 minutes would be better. But at least 5 minutes to get the water through and flush any fines out, and you're good to go. Okay? After that, turn it off and we'll just use it as we need. Thank you very much.